Welcome to Trading Secrets, education and small business mixed with a bit of zesty Brazilian sauce. Here's your host, Roger.
Hello there. Welcome to episode 1 called Make More Money in 2021. But before we start the show today, I would like to thank everyone that sent me comments, feedbacks, and positive notes. I am extremely humbled by all the comments, and I'm very, very appreciative of your support. I also listened to the show myself, maybe 15 to 20 times, and every time I picked up something that I mispronounced or it wasn't too clear. So I truly apologize for that, and I promise to work very, very hard to improve it. My first episode, I was very tense, just trying to produce as best as I could. I hope that recording a podcast will be like installing blinds. Over time, you just get used to it, get more relaxed. At some point now, I come to the house. I even say, "Hey, Mrs. Jones, how are you doing? Can I have a glass of water, please?" And definitely in the beginning, it wasn't like that. You come to the house very tense, carrying the boxes, carrying your tools, people looking at you, and you just don't know what to do. You know what to do. You're just so uncomfortable that you're paralyzed. So hopefully, as we record the podcast and I get more feedbacks, I just feel more relaxed and I can visualize people around me here just having a nice conversation. Now, to the show. What I want to say is when I first started my career in 2006, I wanted to create this gigantic company with lots of veins on the road, lots of people working for me, so I could have all this big, massive company, right? Like everybody else. And then I would be happy counting all this money and living the American dream. So I even got to a point that I have 2 vans and 3 guys working for me. But then what happened was I started getting calls from clients and saying, "Roger, your guys did a good job, but next time I want you on a job site. Your guys left something here, a little crumbles on the floor, and I prefer to wait a little longer to have you on a job site." And oh my God, I really didn't like those calls. So I thought the only way I can control the environment, control the installation sites, and make sure everything works the way it's supposed to work is doing the work by myself. But there's a catch. If I do all the work by myself, then I will not be able to grow the company. If I will not be able to grow the company, I cannot generate more income because I will be limited to 24/7 and eventually comes to a point that will hit a plateau. So I decided to increase the dollar ticket on my sales. And the way to increase the dollar ticket on my sales was to sell a better product. A better product meaning an upgrade, maybe a cordless system or maybe a remote control system. Back in 2006, remote control shades were not very popular. They are much popular now after cell phone picked up and everybody's just connected. But back then, first, it was way more expensive than what they are today. And also, they were not as popular as they are today. But I didn't want to give up. I was very fascinated by remote shades because my background was in robotics. So when I went to those seminars and to those classes, as I mentioned on my previous show, I went and talked to the people from the manufacturers, my sales reps, and I said, "Would you help me out if I have a job that requires some motorization?" And they all absolutely said, "Yes, I'll be happy to assist." And that I get the background to help me on my jobs. I didn't have the experience myself, but I knew who had the experience to help me out. So I want you to keep that in mind. If you are afraid to sell remote shades, there is always someone out there willing to help. 15 years later, There's a lot more people that understand the products, that way more information available via Facebook groups, via manufacturers' websites. There are so many people that understand that can help you out so you can start increasing the sale tickets on your projects. Now, if you don't sell anything, you think you don't sell, but if you don't go to people's home, but you are a workroom and you fabricate things, you will still need to sell your service. So there are companies like Lutron is one, for instance, and I know there are a few other companies. They sell Roman kits for motorization. So there are ways for you to increase the sales so you don't need to work 10 hours to make $1,000. You can work 5 hours to make the same $1,000 because you're just providing more value. Now, there's one big problem in our industry still. Actually, three. Number one, custom window shades are still a very expensive product. And many people get the sticker shock when they see the prices. However, it's not up to you to tell them what they should buy or not. The decision is theirs. Your job is to show the best options available. When I first started in 2006, I was very afraid to give the prices because I wasn't so used to this industry. And I was, oh my God, who the heck is going to pay $500 for a shade? And then my wife very wisely would say, don't speak about money like that. If you are afraid about money, money will be afraid of you. So it took me some time, and I totally understand if you have this kind of reaction as well. Don't say like, well, it's going to be expensive, Mrs. Jones. If you do this way, it's going to cost $750. Do what I do now instead. Oh, Mrs. Jones, it's only $750 per shade. How many shades are we going to do? Which rooms are we going to do? So speak naturally, and people will understand that's the price to have a nicer product. Number two, a lot of people is still not used to this kind of product, and the people, I mean the dealers. So they need to get some training, some technical training to understand the options, how to power the shade, how to control the shade. Are the shades going to be battery operated? Are the shades going to be hardwired? Are the shades going to be plugged in? So because they don't know that, they don't want to sell it. And if they don't want to sell it, they need to sell 5 jobs to come up with the same amount of money they would get it done under one job. So you need to get training to overcome the price issues as well the technical issues. And the third problem our industry is having right now, that is not enough qualified installers to do the proper installation and proper troubleshooting and proper service for remote shades. So I would like for you to open your mind and try a shade in your own home if you at this point you still don't have one. Get familiar with it. Trying to find a local installer that can help you out. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of groups on Facebook that can help you out with training, with getting familiar with it. You can call your sales rep. They can help you out. Just don't miss the opportunity to make more money selling less products and making greater margins. I wrote an entire blog about that. I will leave a link on the description of the podcast. And as always, I appreciate your feedback. I welcome any questions you might have, and I'm looking forward to hear back from you. Until next time, keep living the dream.
Thanks for listening to today's show. Please send us your comments and suggestions to improve your overall experience. Also, make sure to subscribe to our Trading Secrets newsletter via www.tradingupconsulting.com and tell your friends either by word of mouth or via Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Until next time.